Peggy 18.
My name is Gordon Van Dyke, and I'm the executive producer of War of the Vikings and also of Paradox's War franchise. That includes War of the Roses.
My name is Liam O'Neill, and I'm the QA producer at Fat Shark, which means I am in charge of all things testing, as well as slightly in charge of planning, support, and community stuff.
My name is John Rickne, also known as Totally Moo, and I am the community developer on War of the Vikings.
Well, first we were going to do a pre-purchase campaign, just like we did with War of the Roses, and which is very common pretty much with every game. And then we also wanted to run a beta and get a lot of feedback from our users. So it kind of just made sense. We already had planned to do something similar to that before Steam started Early Access. And when they started it, it kind of synced up with our planning.
The reason we are doing Early Access is to gather feedback and bug reports and thoughts from the community, that being you, about the state of the game and the content we're putting in. Early Access will be a long period of procedurally giving you new content on a bi-weekly basis where you can play and test select things, and we gather feedback on this and then update the game.
So you buy it like a normal game, so it's just like pre-purchasing a game, except for when you pre-purchase this game, you actually get instant access to our game instead of like traditional pre-purchases where you buy the game and then you wait to get into the game.
Yeah, so the Early Access roadmap is basically a development schedule of sort of what we're working on during which phase of the game. So we're going to be easing in content every month, and we're also going to be having bi-weekly patches which rotate the content around a bit and change the profiles and so on, and obviously doing bug fixes and so on.
You can see what we're going to add, what we're going to have in map-wise, character-wise, and the general idea where we're bringing it. So you're on and up to speed on what you can test and play and when you're going to be able to do it.
Because this is like releasing the game even more so than if you went into a beta. So we had to make sure that we had the support to do this, and it's not easy. This is actually it is more work, but we felt like it was worth it because the amount of feedback we could get from the players, and especially at this stage of development, this isn't a marketing beta campaign or anything like that. So we are going to actually take this feedback from our users, and actually it will have an impact on the final product. So it was just an opportunity we couldn't pass up. You can't recreate the real world no matter how hard you try. And the only way to be in the real world is to put your product out into the real world.
Yeah, so the developer diaries are sort of the first step in connecting better with the community and showing you guys what it is we're working on and what our ideas are with this game.
We want developers also to get their chance to be in the spotlight and tell you about what they've done with War of the Vikings that is so special.
Obviously, having done War of the Roses before, which is kind of the spiritual, first game in the series, War of the Vikings going forward, we really want to be more in touch with the community and help include you guys in what we're doing and what we're working on, both to gather feedback and also to just, keep you guys in the loop.
We're going to launch a dev diary with every bi-weekly update of War of the Vikings Early Access, where you can hear about one specific part of the game, that being something like sound or animation or an introduction dev diary like this, where you get to meet us, the community people.
So you can come to us either via the forums or via the Steam Hub, and you can also send us tickets at our Fat Shark help desk, which is helpdesk.fatshark.se, where you can send specific support tickets for bug reports or for feedback if you found an exploit in the game, or if you think that this or that weapon is completely superior and you want to show us a video of how you're dominating everybody with it. That's cool as well, because you guys are much better at the game than we are.
We're going to take feedback in several channels, that being the forums and Steam Hub and Paradox Plaza, our Facebook page and our Twitter page being both at War of the Vikings. We're also going to start up a Reddit, a War of the Vikings Reddit, where we take direct questions and you can spread fun content and footage of the game. You may add me on Steam at Totally Moo if you want to talk with me, ask me any questions, or just generally hang out and play a war game.
You can add me on Steam as fatshark_lol if you want to send me any questions or feedback.